Hey everyone, welcome to another Keeping Mentally Healthy. And we're going to carry on talking about what makes us unique. This time we are going to look at our different physical abilities that makes us all completely and utterly different and unique. So, my hope through doing all these videos is that we celebrate and accept that we are all different and we all have different gifts, talent, characteristics, different things we could do, and that it's great to be all different like that and to celebrate that. So there's no particular abilities that are good or bad. They're just these different abilities. That's all. It's only the world around and perhaps people who judge whether a particular thing is good or bad. So let me give you an example. I've got a friend who's a wheelchair user, and often she finds it quite frustrating that often only people only ever see the wheelchair, and actually she's really smart and funny, and she's just so fabulous. So, and it's really frustrating. Often people tend to patronize her as well, sort of treat her like she's a bit stupid. Now I can imagine as young people and children, I can imagine you get that quite a bit as well. Do those grown-ups talk to you like you're like, oh, well done, you were very good, and you think, oh, shut up, because actually you're really smart and clever, aren't you? So she gets that quite a bit, and it's quite frustrating. But she's really opened my eyes and helped me see things through a different lens, almost a different way of looking at the world. So she's saying that a disability is often only a disability if we make it one. So, for example, she's in a kitchen and all the worktops are up here, which I can imagine some of you might feel like that as well, aren't you? If you're in a kitchen and everything's like that and you're having to look over, it's only difficult for her then. But actually, if all the work surfaces were just lowered, then suddenly it's not a disability anymore. She can reach everything, it's absolutely fine. Now, you know I'm into gardening, don't you? And I love that one of the gardening programs. Um, there's a gardener there who's a lady who's born without any arms, and she's got this amazing garden. It's absolutely beautiful, but she just got inventive with how she does things, and she just made it work for her, and it's fantastic. And so it's suddenly it's not a disability. She just has to do it slightly different. That's all. That's fine. Okay. And often it's the focus, isn't it? Often as humans, we tend to focus on the negative things. We focus on what can't be done. We focus on what we can't do. And and I think it's important just to switch this around and have that positive mindset. And I know I've done it myself. So my son is dyslexic, so it means can't spell for toffee. That's all right. It's one of those things. It's incredibly common. I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there that can't spell for toffee either. Do you know what? It's just a thing. But I found myself when he was diagnosed with dyslexia, so can't spell, but I remember focusing all the time on the things that he couldn't do. And suddenly I had a real kind of light. I could almost see the light bulb going above my head, going, hang on a minute, I'm just focusing on what he can't do. He's funny, he's talented, he's incredibly creative, and he sees things in a certain way, which means he's great at building stuff, putting things together. So he's the one that's going to go and do A levels in design and things like that. So he's great at that. And I remember just thinking, I need to focus on what he can do rather than on what he can't. It's fantastic at putting up IKEA units. It's brilliant. I'll just go to him, hey, you're good at this sort of thing. Put that shelf up for me. And he's brilliant. So it's all about what we focus on, isn't it? Focus on the good stuff and encourage each other in that. So rather than the negative stuff. Now, I've always loved this quote. It's meant to be from Einstein, but I'm not too sure it is. But the quote goes like this: everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. Now, I love that. Everybody has their own particular genius. So don't compare yourself to other people. Find your own little genius and work with that. And encourage other people to do the same as well. Just start with those positive things. Okay, now then, activity. I want you to design a park. So think about this park that everybody can enjoy, no matter what their abilities, what they like and dislike. What can everybody enjoy? So you can make your imaginations go wild because it could be anything. You've got as much room as you like, so you can put everything in there. So have a think about making sure that everyone can enjoy it. So, like my friend with a wheelchair, we'd have to think about the fact that the paths need to be nice and wide and nice and flat so the wheelchair can easily move through, and she has a really great experience. So, how can you help someone thrive in this park? How can you really just help everybody enjoy it? Have fun with all of that. Okay, see you next time.